and welcome back to Adventures with Ariel. Have any of y'all heard about the ashes that have been scattered around the Disney parks lately? Yes, some guests want their loved ones' remains to rest in peace at the happiest place on earth. Unsurprisingly, Disney is not so pleased about this and have made an effort to vacuum up any of the found ashes. Saying goodbye to a loved one is an unfortunate event that we all have to experience at one point or another. And this whole ordeal got me thinking about the other significant life events that happen at the Disney parks every single day. From birth to death, today we're taking a look at some of the biggest life events that happen at the Disney parks. For those of you new to the channel, I put out theme park related videos every single week. I give tips and tricks for visiting the parks, theme park reviews, and theme park history. So if that all sounds good to you, then please hit the subscribe button down below. Alright, let's get started. Legend has it that any baby born in a Disney park receives a coveted golden pass. What is a golden pass, you ask? A golden pass is like an annual pass, but way cooler. Whoever gets a golden pass gets free lifetime access to nearly all of the Disney parks. The recipients range from foreign dignitaries to Disney legends to regular people who just got really lucky, like the 2 billionth theme park customer, Emily Mason. But alas, these passes are not given to babies born in the parks. The first baby born at a Disney park was Teresa Salcedo, who was born in Disneyland in 1979 on the 4th of July. She was given a Disneyland birth certificate number 1, which is pretty funny, but she did not get a golden pass. Understandably, a lot of people are still not aware that Disney's newborns do not get a pass. Since the first birth, the park has reportedly seen women rush toward Disneyland as they're going to labor to obtain lifetime admission. There have reportedly been 4 babies born on Disneyland property. After Teresa, who was born on a bench near the entrance, there was a baby born in 1984 at the Disneyland First Aid Station, another born in 2002 in a backroom office, and most recently in 2012, a baby was born in a Disneyland parking lot. And they have all been girls. Now, regarding babies being born at Disney World, I had more difficulty researching this because every time I googled births at Disney World or babies born at Disney World, I would get a ton of results relating to animal births at Animal Kingdom. But I did find a story from 1997 about a minutes-old baby found in a toilet at the Magic Kingdom. Yeah, that happened. A beautiful baby with a full head of dark hair. The nursing staff affectionately called her Princess Jasmine. Alright, let's move on to another very special life event. Getting engaged. And this one especially hits home for me because I got proposed to at Disney World 2 years ago. At the Polynesian Resort during the Wishes fireworks show. How often do Disney proposals happen? Disney does not keep a tally of this because it would be impossible to calculate precisely. Erin Foster of the Disney Parks Mom Panel helps guests plan their Disney proposals and has had conversations with Disney staff on the matter. Based on all of the information she has gathered over the years, Erin suspects that there are tens of thousands of Disney proposals annually. My husband did a good old-fashioned self-planned proposal, but all 3 of the Disney resorts offer assistance with planning proposals and even break down their ideas by categories: simple and romantic, signature Disney, and over the top. I think when a lot of people hear Disney proposal, the first thing they picture is the traditional proposal in front of the castle. But there are a million different ways to propose at the Disney parks. You can pop the question in a horse-drawn carriage, at the World Showcase, on an attraction, in a resort, or a restaurant. For instance, the posh Victoria and Albert's restaurant at the Grand Floridian Resort sees an average of 3 proposals a night. The possibilities are endless. And of course, engagements typically lead to an even bigger life event: weddings. In 1991, Disney created the Disney Fairy Tale Wedding Services, and today the Walt Disney Resort is recognized by wedding industry experts as a top-ranked destination wedding venue. Approximately 4,000 weddings take place through Disney Fairy Tale Weddings every year. Once again, in regards to how you want your Disney wedding, the possibilities are endless. The most popular location is Disney's Wedding Pavilion on the shores of the Seven Seas Lagoon, inside the Grand Floridian Resort. But you can also have your very own Cinderella wedding at the Magic Kingdom, international-themed nuptials at Epcot's World Showcase, a Hollywood extravaganza at Hollywood Studios, or exchange vows in front of the Tree of Life in Animal Kingdom. A dream wedding at a Disney park might cost you an arm and a leg, but it's well worth the price for a lot of people. For some people, Disney is everything, and the thought of tying the knot on Disney property is a dream come true. Just be prepared to shell out a minimum of $75,000 if it's your dream to get married in front of Cinderella's castle. Alright, we've come to this. The final life event we can all count on happening is death. At one point or another, we all say goodbye to this world, and for some, that happens at the happiest place on Earth. Warning, this part of the video will be a little disturbing. 9 guests and 1 cast member have died at Disneyland as a result of accidents. The guests' deaths were primarily due to not following safety procedures. This includes the first Disneyland death, which happened in 1964. 15-year-old Mark Maples was killed when he unbuckled his seatbelt and tried to stand up on the Matterhorn bobsleds. Maples lost his balance and was thrown from the sled to the track below, fracturing his skull and ribs and causing internal injuries. He died 3 days later. In 1974, an 18-year-old cast member was killed on the now-defunct attraction America Sings, a rotating theater attraction similar to the Carousel of Progress. She got caught between a rotating wall and a stationary wall and was ultimately crushed to death. Yikes. Now, in case you're wondering, there has been a Disneyland death due to a ride malfunction, and that was the death of Marcelo Torres in 2003. He and several other guests were injured when a locomotive separated from its train along the tunnel section of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Torres bled to death after suffering blunt force trauma of the chest. Disney World has seen around 40 cast member and guest deaths since its opening in 1971. Many of these deaths seem to be due to natural causes or an underlying medical condition. There have been quite a few heart attacks, several drownings at hotels and water parks, and deaths involving vehicles. Of course, there was the 2016 tragedy involving the child and the alligator, and in 1980 a child obtained a bacterial infection that killed him after swimming at the now closed and abandoned river country. Interestingly enough, there appear to be no Disney World deaths due to any ride malfunctions. Several cast members have been killed while working on rides for maintenance, and one was killed while driving the monorail. The only guest to be killed on a ride at Disney World was a man who felt ill and got out of the moving tram car on Splash Mountain. He then was struck by the next car. So now we've come back to the ashes. Some of us choose to be cremated after we die and then forever remain where we were most happy while alive. That's understandable. But while births, engagements, and weddings are all very much celebrated by Disney, they don't really want their parks to be your final resting place. So if you're thinking of spreading your grandma's ashes around the Magic Kingdom because that was her happy place, keep this in mind. It's against not only various state and local laws, but Disney law. And remember that these ashes will quickly be cleaned up, so grandma won't be there for long. So some parts of this video may have been a little creepy, but hopefully you still found it enjoyable and informative. If you thought that anything in this video was interesting, I encourage you to give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below, and hit that little bell so you'll be notified every time I post a new video. Also, check out my new Facebook page. I'll put that link in the description below. As for the question of the day, I want to know if you've ever celebrated a big life event at any of the Disney parks. Let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. Alright y'all, thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a magical day.